Welcome back, everybody. Actually, I'm welcoming me back because I missed last week. But we're back for another episode of the Warfighter Tobacco Podcast. This week you have me and Justin, producer extraordinaire.
I'm just playing musical chairs.
I know,
recently,
right?
Yeah. I just go where I'm told.
Yeah, I was out last week, so it was just Dave and Justin. And now I'm back this week, and Dave's out.
Yep.
So you got us.
I was thinking about it before this. This is a first, like just you and me. I don't think we ever did it in the old room, and we haven't done it on the other show. This is a first.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever done it.
I think this is So if this is a little rough, it's our first time. Be nice to us.
And if this is the best one yet, let us know.
That too, yeah. Well, I'll teach Dave how to produce, right?
Right? It can't be that hard.
Yeah. If I can do it, it's not that hard.
It's the editing. That's the hard part.
That's very true. That's very true.
But yeah, so I was in Nicaragua all last week.
Yeah.
Down at our factory, getting all the final production stuff done for a couple new cigars that we have. And to work on some stuff for future projects that can't really let the cat out of the bag on the future stuff yet.
Oh, we're so close though.
I know.
So
we're
close.
almost there.
Oh.
And I'm so excited about them. But yeah, this is it's really hard to see, but it's a little bit of a different style band that we have than normal. And that's because this is one of our PCA releases that's going to happen next month in April at PCA New Orleans. And we have two cigars that we're going to be releasing. We have our San Andreas blend that everybody loved is coming back, and that will be orderable at the show. Once we fulfill all of the retail partner orders, all those shops and lounges that order this cigar, then it will be live on the website. So we're looking probably May, June at the latest. And we also have our 10th anniversary cigar.
Yes, we do.
We got to smoke that one this morning.
Oh, so good.
And it was delicious.
It was.
So I have, when I was down in Nicaragua, we got all of our boxes finalized, and we had all of our show stuff sent up. So that should be here probably in the next week or so. And we'll be able to start doing some content and getting all of the information built for these new blends that we have coming out. And we also have the 5th edition Victory, and that will be orderable at PCA as well.
Yes.
That is a very small run. We only have 350 10-count boxes available. That's it. And once it's done, it's done. And then we are working diligently on the 6th edition because there's going to be a lot of cool stuff happening with that guy. The blend is always, just like always with the Victory cigar, the blend has stayed the same the entire time. We just changed the vitola. We changed the shape of the cigar. It's a 6x54. Brazilian Montefina wrapper, Nicaragua binder filler. This batch, the 350 box batch that we're doing right now, is going to be the last one with the current bands on it. And then the 6th edition is going to have updated bands, and they're going to be really fucking sweet. But yeah, so those are the 3 new sticks that we have coming out. We do have some projects coming out in the future. I don't really want to get into those yet. I want to so bad, but I can't.
Feels like we've got a million irons in the fire. It's one of those like, where do we even start?
Right.
But I do want to send another reminder out. We've talked about it on the show before, and John had mentioned that once we get orders fulfilled out to our retail partners for a lot of these new ones, if your retailer near you doesn't carry Warfighter, the best way to get them to carry Warfighter is if you go in and ask for it.
Yeah.
We can call and everybody can go in, but if a customer's like, hey, I want to buy Warfighter from you, it's a great way to make it happen. So hit up your local retailer.
It definitely helps a lot. We do our best, but we're a small team here at Warfighter Tobacco, and the country, the United States of America, is a pretty big place.
It's pretty large.
And there, I think, is slightly over 3,000, somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500 cigar shops or lounges all across the United States. And it is impossible for us to, physically make it to every single one of them in a timely manner to be able to do what we need to do. And
until they figure out how to pack more hours in the day.
I need like one of those Sprinter vans, but instead of the back being like living quarters, it's like a teleporter.
Yeah.
I just walk in the back. I'm like, zoom, and I'm like, oh hey,
guys.
yeah, well, cool. We're in Chicago this week.
That would be awesome. Like that's what they need, or they need the bullet train or that super crazy fast jet.
I heard they got one of those in California.
Did they really?
Well, I mean, they haven't built it yet, but they spent like $50 billion on it so far.
You know what? Someone got a really nice mansion out of that, and I give props to them.
Because I think, wasn't Elon Musk was supposed to do a high-speed train here in Texas?
That was was it Austin or Vegas? Is where they had the underground tunnels with the Teslas.
That's in Vegas.
That's in
Vegas.
Vegas.
I've been on those.
Y'all did those. That's right. Yeah.
And those are that's super cool.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I would rather do that than. Have you seen these Waymos that are getting scary popular? That makes me so nervous. Well, Tesla's supposed to come out with theirs, but so they don't have anyone in the driver's seat, but they have someone in the passenger seat. Which I'm like, is it like a driver's ed car? Like they have a second set of pedals? Like, because I need.
He's just along for the ride with everybody else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, shit. He's in the front screaming too. You're like, oh man.
We're all going down, I guess. Yeah, I can't do the whole like nobody's in the driver's seat. That still gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. So like even when we did the tunnels in Vegas, I can't remember what they call them. It might just be that, but I don't know. We did them one year when we were at PCA, and it went from Resorts World to the Las Vegas Convention Center. And so we just went down to the basement at Resorts World, or whatever their pickup. I just like to call it the basement.
That's fair.
And originally it was supposed to be like unmanned Teslas that just run through this tunnel.
Yeah.
Right. And this one, there were people actually driving it. It wasn't unmanned. I guess that wasn't ready yet for that level of whatever they were doing in the tunnels.
Yeah.
So it was like a dude in a car. And I think that was even cooler because like this dude drives these tunnels all the time. So I'm like, man, this is dope. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? And then gives a little backstory, a little history behind it.
Yeah.
Where you're sitting in a car by yourself with unmanned. Like,
yeah. You're just like, huh? I guess.
Like, man, this is awesome. And the car's like, well, thanks. Like, shut up. Just shoot the toaster.
Freaking clanker.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and it cut off. I mean, I think it was like it was something stupid. Like under like 90 seconds, there was a new vehicle coming by through the tunnels. And so you get in, and I think the pass for the day was like $4.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Right. And so you just get in, they drive right to the thing. You just walk up and go right in the door of the convention center. And same thing at the end of the day.
Now, off the top of your head, do you know how much it would have cost to Uber that same trip?
Oh, but you can't get an Uber in Vegas for less than probably $15.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just that, and it's traffic.
Yeah.
Right. In the tunnels, there's none. You don't stop at all.
Yep.
That's it.
That's awesome.
It was so nice. So I guess they're running it all the way up and down the whole length of the strip. I just don't know when it's going to be finished.
That's going to be a game changer.
But that was like the trial run.
That's awesome.
It kind of sucks for all the taxi cab drivers.
It does.
Because they had, Lyft and Uber and everybody came in, and that took away a big chunk. And now you got this. And it's just like, and so instead they're just trying to protect themselves and fight. And it's like, how about you adapt?
That's very true.
It's technology. We don't have to ride around the yellow cab anymore.
100%. I forgot. It's been a minute since I've had a San Andreas. I forgot about the smoke output from these things.
They're really nice.
It is a lot.
It reminded me that the fan, when I turned the fan on, it didn't actually turn on at first.
Yeah.
But no, these have a really good amount of smoke output. Really, really good flavor so far on this guy. Really rich. And that was kind of what we were looking for on it. The one thing I do like about the San Andreas wrapper we have is it's nice and
toothy.
It's nice and toothy.
Yeah.
Yep.
God, I feel like I'm getting like nostalgia flashbacks. Like just because I haven't smoked one in so long. I've got a few of the older ones in the humidor at home.
It's been years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like boy, it's amazing. It's amazing what you store memories in.
And it's really cool. Because it works both ways, right? Mm-hmm. You smoke a cigar and it reminds you of things. And then when you're smoking a cigar and you're trying to figure out what flavors are coming out of it, it's triggering the memories of whatever that flavor was whenever you tasted it. You
100%.
know? And so trying to categorize those flavor memories is hardest part and the biggest part about being able to pick out some of these flavors out of cigars and wine or whiskey or, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
But the more that you can organize those mental flavors, the thought process of those flavors, the easier it's going to be able to pick out some of the stuff in cigars and wine and food and everything else. Not so much food. Well, maybe food. Because food's usually a lot of things that trigger those memories.
Absolutely.
Like, how would you describe what an orange tastes like?
Me at 6 years old on a soccer field.
No, I know, but like when somebody's like, "Oh, it tastes like orange." Like, okay, explain orange to somebody who's never had one before. I know it's so hard because you use orange as that descriptor.
100%. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
The only thing I'm like tangy, like not as sour lime, like
right?
Kinda like. So we talked a little bit about the new cigars that are coming. And while you all are patiently waiting to get your hands on it, there are some cigars you can get right now that are not new.
They're old.
They are old, but that makes them even more delicious. So we still have, we've been sending out a bunch. So anybody that has purchased any of the aged cigars, I hope you guys are thoroughly enjoying them. If you have smoked them, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you smoked and what you thought of it. But if this is your first time hearing this, we have some aged cigars. We have some that are dating back 2020, 2021.
Yeah, I think we have 21 and 22.
Sorry, 21, 22.
Yeah.
But they're in a not as popular ring gauge. So if you haven't tried a Lancero 660, we do have some Rosado Coronas, which are
bangers.
Yeah. Don't miss out on those. But yeah, go check those out. They're up on the website. They're both on the cigars page and the sale tab. So go get you some aged cigars. And yeah, those Lanceros have been moving like hotcakes, which is awesome. So
yeah, we shipped out a bunch this morning.
We did.
They're just so good.
They are.
Once they get, all of our cigars are aged at the factory, but they're not aged for years, right? They're not just rolled and sat on a shelf and, whatever. We age them to get them to the level you need to be able to smoke, right? So all our tobaccos are aged anywhere from, I'm going to probably say, just shy of 3 years to 5 years prior to even being rolled into a cigar. And those are all aged in bales, part of the process to get a tobacco leaf from the field into or ready to be rolled into a cigar. So we have that much age on all of our tobacco prior to it being put into a cigar. And then we age it a minimum of 30 to 45 days, depending on what wrapper we're using on the cigar. That allows everything to just settle back down, all the flavors to marry each other, and for the cigar to get back to that consistent smokable humidity level. That being said, those cigars sat for another 4 or 5 years at this point, after they've been rolled in a perfect climate-controlled humidor, 70%, 70 degrees, which is also debatable. And then now we found them, and you guys have the chance to get a hold of some of these, and they're exactly how those cigars are supposed to taste.
Yes.
That age really allows that tobacco to open up, and those flavors are so balanced. They're just beautiful.
You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Huge shout out to everybody. Me and Dave were talking last week about trying to get the Warfighter cartel some more activity. We do have some avid posters, and we greatly appreciate those guys. And last week we had some people throwing up pictures from NFG, which we haven't gotten to hear from you since you stopped down at the Underground.
That's right. So. I did that event on Saturday, and then I could talk about my travel on Monday. I forgot about that till right now.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to bring it up. I blocked it out.
I wasn't trying to give you PTSD.
Yeah, so let's start with NFG, and then we'll get into my travels. So NFG is an event that Underground Cigar Shop in Fort Worth puts on every year. And this year, I think it was their 10th year.
Was it really?
I think it was.
Oh, wow.
super fun event, multi-vendor. It's ticketed, so you have to buy a ticket to get in. Prior to it, you get a grab bag of cigars, and then you have a chance to purchase. Traditionally, it was a new release or never been sold before cigar. This year was a little bit different, just because of timelines and everything. Some people did newer limited release or a special release for that event. We didn't have the time to be able to do that, so we did a good deal on a sampler, a 5-pack sampler, and then they got a free redacted cigar as well at the event. Yeah. And so it was good. It was super cool. I got to see people I haven't seen. Shout out to Pizza Mike. I don't know if anybody, you guys know who Pizza Mike is. He used to be a very avid smoker in the industry. And then he had some family stuff going on. The dude dropped like 90 pounds since the last day I seen him.
Yeah. Cow.
I'm like, bro, you look fucking great. He's like, thanks, man.
90 pounds.
Like,
that's a
lot.
ton. Holy cow.
And
that's
he's not a tall guy.
I respect the people that can drop that much weight.
Yeah.
Like that's true dedication.
So he's doing great. And then like Forrest and Soraya, and a whole bunch of other dudes. We had one of our listeners brought up a bottle of Triple.
I was literally trying to find them. They made a post in the cartel. I was trying to find the name.
And so I knew. So I drove up and I drove back because I had so much travel going on, coming up. So staying a night or doing something like that up in DFW really wasn't in my cards. My whole plan was like, oh, cool, I'm just not going to, I won't drink, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then he shows up and he has a bottle of Triple and a bottle of Eagle Rare. And I was like, oh, man, I'm not getting on the road for like 4 or 5 hours.
It's a great way to get John to stay somewhere.
And, but yeah, it was delicious. But I mean, big shout out to all the guys that were up there, that were hanging out. Sorry I didn't get to hang out more with you guys. Like I said, I had a lot of travel coming up, but the event was fun. Got to see, like I said, a bunch of people that I haven't seen in a while. I cannot find the post. I know, I'm looking too.
Dude, if you're watching this, drop a comment with your name so we can give you a proper thank you. We're actively looking, but if we find it after the fact, it'll be in the description.
I feel like a shitbag too.
Yeah.
I was just hanging out with them last week, and now I can't. It's just like brain fart.
I remember seeing it somewhere, but now I'm not. Of course, now Facebook's just like, oh, this one thing you're looking for.
Yeah, no, we're not going to show you that.
Yeah,
it's been a morning.
Yeah.
So that's why our brains aren't really working the greatest.
Yeah, you got a ton done in the 2 days, which was supposed to be 5 days that you were supposed to be in Nicaragua. You got a ton done in a short amount of time, which was awesome. A very good Monday morning meeting that we had.
It did. But yeah, so my travels. Oof. Oh my God, my travels. I was supposed to be in Roatan. What am I talking about? I was supposed to be in Managua. I was supposed to land there Monday at, I think, 12:05 p.m., which is 5 minutes after noon. That did not happen.
No.
It did not. So let's see. I got on the plane. Excuse me. I got to San Antonio Airport roughly 5:45. I was supposed to land in Houston and jump on a flight in Houston. I think it left Houston at, I don't know, like 9:30, 9:45, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to land in Managua at 12:05. Mm-hmm. So at first, like, oh, flight's delayed a little bit. We're like 20 minutes late. I'm like, okay, cool. I got enough time in my layover in between, no problem. And then they come back and they're like, okay, we're delayed in about 10 more minutes. Like, it's windy in Houston and air traffic control is limiting the flights in and out. But yeah, everything's good to go. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, cool, we're boarding. I'm like, hey, look at this, we're boarding. So we get everybody on the plane. Right, the last person gets on, sits down. The pilot walks out of the cockpit, grabs a little telephone thingy on the PA, gets on the system, goes, hey guys, we just got delayed 2 hours. And so instead of making you sit on the flight, go ahead, grab your bags, and everybody disembark the plane. And I was like, here we go. So at that point, I would have missed my second flight. I'm like, shit, okay. I need to get on another flight. There's a flight in the evening that's supposed to land in Managua around 9:00. And I'm like, awesome. Let me get on this flight real quick. So we go in. I talk to the counter. The lady's like, okay, look, I can switch you right now, but there's still a chance you might be able to get on that flight because if everything's delayed, that flight might be delayed as well. So I'm going to keep you on that flight, and then once you land, you can switch your flight. Okay, that math kind of maths.
Yeah.
But I don't have good luck. So I have a sneaking suspicion that might screw me. But you know what? If I change my flight, I can't get on that early flight.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So let's do that. So we eventually, they load us on the plane. We take off, and we land in Houston. We landed in Houston sometime, I don't know, 11:15, 11:20. Mind you, I'm supposed to be landing in Managua at 12:05. Yep, that did not happen. So the flight to Managua left. And I was like, oh, well, that sucks. But okay, cool. No problem. I'll just jump on this flight in the evening. So go up to the counter, and literally the lady from United at the counter is like, sir, I can't help you. And I was like, ma'am, I didn't even ask you a question yet. And she's like, yeah, but whatever it is, I can't help you. And then there's like 3 other people, and she's like, I can't help you guys either. And then she turns the sign, has a QR code on it, and she's like, scan this, and it'll give you the options to text, chat, or call customer service. And I was like, well, I'd actually like to speak with somebody. I've been on hold with them for an hour and a half already, and nobody's picking up. She's like, yeah, they're really busy right now.
Jesus.
And I was just like, okay, well, is there somebody else that I can talk to try to get the issues that I'm having figured out? Yeah. And she's like, well, what are the issues? And I'm like, you just told me I can't ask you.
What the fuck?
And she's like, well, I couldn't help you anyways. And I'm like, oh my God, lady. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I can't be on a no-fly list. Can't be on a no-fly list.
Yeah, that is, even if she can't do anything, at least like listening and like delivering the message a little bit better would probably
the crazy
help.
Part too
like
is the person at the United counter in San Antonio was more than helpful. Mm-hmm. And this lady in Houston was like, yeah, this is the way United wants it. And I'm like, that's weird because like 2 hours ago I had somebody that was willing to do anything to help me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I proceed to play the whole game, right? On the phone, waiting. 2 hours later, I finally get somebody on the phone. They're like, yeah, we can put you on that flight in the evening. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Sweet.
And so I was like, okay, problem solved, right? Yep. Cool. This is sweet. Except now I'm stuck in Houston airport for like 8 hours.
Yeah, that's not fun.
And I'm like, oh man, this is not how I wanted to spend my Monday. Nope. I would rather be sitting by the pool across from the airport in a hotel, smoking cigars and drinking rum.
Hell yes.
But that didn't happen. So fast forward to, I'll skip all the laps and walking and boredom in the airport because I couldn't leave to go have a cigar because security was a nightmare because DHS shut down.
Yep.
So that flight originally was supposed to board at, I think, 6:44 p.m. Right? Sweet. Awesome. This is great. That flight was delayed.
Of course it was.
Okay, cool. No problem. It's delayed. That's nice. Right? So it was delayed till like 8 o'clock. So it was supposed to leave at 8 and we were supposed to land at like 10:30 in Managua.
Which is better than canceled.
So, okay, this is great. Let's do this. Right? So it just so happened that the inbound plane that had the person I was going to the factory with, it was the same plane we were taking to Managua.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, this is awesome. Right? At least I know exactly what's going on at this point now. This is great. So that inbound plane lands. Sweet. Hey, what gate are you at? I can meet you.
Mm-hmm.
We're not at a gate yet. Okay. Why not? We're stuck on the tarmac. They're waiting for gate to open. Oh. Like, okay. 2.5 hours later.
Oh my God.
2.5 hours later, right? They changed the gate that we were supposed to leave like 4 different times. So I'm walking all over the fucking airport. At the last gate they changed us to, I ended up talking with the pilots. The ones that are supposed to fly us to Managua. I'm like, this is cool. At least I kind of, know what's going on at this point, right? These guys are here. This is great.
Absolutely.
Like, just waiting to get on the plane. And so, we're talking and waiting. Flight keeps getting more delayed. And it was like 9, and then it was 9:30. We're supposed to leave. And then I was just like, wait, so you guys flew in here, right? And I'm like, yeah. Pilots they can only do so many hours in a day.
I was just thinking that.
And so, we were good conversation. One of the guys, prior Air Force dude, one of the pilots. And so I was like, hey, man, like, I'm not going to tell anybody, but it sure would be cool to know when you guys time out. And he's like, we time out at 10:08.
Oh.
And they're now projecting us to take off at 10:30. And I was like, I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, well, do you know if they have another crew coming in? And he's like, no idea, man. He goes, your app is more updated than our app. And I was like,
That's
wow.
terrifying.
Well, because it's just for them,
Yeah.
It's not for everything else.
The mass public.
I was like, oh, so we're talking to them for a while. And he's just like, well, we're going to go talk to our crew. And I was just like,
Okay.
I'm like, damn it. I'm like, okay, it's getting canceled. So then they changed the gate one more time. And then, I don't know, 4 minutes later, they canceled the flight, right? So we go down to baggage claim. Like, fuck it, grab our bags. Nothing we can do. Can't get a hold of anybody. So it's not like you can even get a hotel voucher or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to just sit in an airport
Yeah.
until, 9:30 tomorrow morning when the next flight leaves. I was like, so, okay, we'll figure this out. Too busy talking. My scars on my back. So go down to baggage claim. I'm like, I'll go get my bag. Get down to baggage claim. No bullshit. There's probably 10,000 people
Jesus.
in baggage claim trying to get their bags.
Oh.
And I was like, I won't get out of here for 3-4 hours. At
Yeah.
this point, it's already after midnight, 12:30.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. So thankfully, we knew somebody in Houston that was kind enough to come pick us up
That's awesome.
and let us stay at his house.
That's very clutch.
That was amazing because we got to go sit in his. He's also a huge cigar smoker. He's got to go sit in his backyard and smoke a cigar at 12:30 as I'm on hold still with United.
Yep.
And finish the cigar. And at this point, it's like, I don't know, 1:30 ish, 1:45. And I was like, you know what? Nothing's getting done tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. I'm going to get a couple hours. I'll be up at 6. I'm right back on the phone with them. So went to sleep. Alarm goes off at 6. I hit stop. Went to my phone. Recent calls, and immediately called United.
Yep.
Got on hold. 2.5 hours later, somebody picks up.
Jeez.
Right. And at this point, like I'm going back and forth on the app trying to figure it out. Right. And the flights are a nightmare. They're like, yeah, we rebooked your flight for Thursday. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, that's our soonest available. Like,
And just to remind everybody, this was on the day is now what?
Tuesday morning.
Is when
and I'm in Houston.
Yes.
I live outside of San Antonio.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, we rebooked you for Thursday. Good luck. As I'm in Houston.
That's insane.
I was like, hold on, guys. Where does any of this make sense?
Yeah.
Like, are you guys going to fly me back to San Antonio then? And
Yeah.
let me do this all over again? Or am I just stuck in Houston for 3 days?
Yeah.
Right. And they're like, well, we had some delays. I'm like, you didn't answer my questions. Anyway, so I got a hold of this lady on Tuesday morning, and she was absolutely amazing.
Hell yeah.
And she's like, there's one seat left on this flight. And I'm like, well,
I'll take it.
Put me on it. Because the original plan was to just go be standby. Mm-hmm. But with all these canceled flights, like, there's no standby seats. Right?
Yeah.
So put me on that flight. I was like, oh, hey, by the way, I have somebody traveling with me. It's just under a different reservation. Can you help him, like, without having to be on hold for? Yeah. What's his reservation number? I'm like, hold on, put it on speaker. I'm like, here you go. In the process between when I got the last seat and we were figuring this out, somebody else changed a flight and it opened a seat up.
That's clutch.
And it was like pure luck. She's like, well, I just gave the last seat to, one just opened up. She's like, click, 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 click. She's like, got you on the seat. I'm like, hurry up and check in. He's on his app. He's like, I'm checked in. Cool. I'm like, fuck yes.
That's amazing.
Now, we're in the Uber on the way to the airport as all this is happening.
Yeah.
So we don't even know if we're actually like,
yeah, hopefully it's all accurate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully their app
well,
is
we all checked in. So that means we're on
true.
it. But
Yeah.
like, we're heading to the airport not knowing if we're actually going to get on a flight or not.
Yeah, if it's actually taken off.
So then I'm like, well, I didn't get my bags last night, so are my bags going to make it to my flight?
Ooh.
Because I kind of need those, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They did.
Wow.
Like it worked, right? And there was nobody to blame, right? There was somebody to blame. I could blame air traffic control in Houston.
Yeah.
And I can blame the designers who laid out the initial footprint of the IAH Houston Airport.
Yeah.
And the directions that they laid out their runways, knowing that every once in a while we get a nasty north wind, and that completely shuts down more than half of their runways.
Yes.
But even then, I'm like, hey, it's going to do me no good.
Exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately.
So we ended up flying out Tuesday morning.
Oh, you forgot to talk about the video you showed me this morning of you in the Amex lounge.
Oh my God.
So we're sitting in our Monday morning meeting, and John showed me pictures from the factory, and he swipes over, and it's this video selfie of him.
And this went on for 45 minutes, right? I'm just going to play it.
Yep.
45 minutes.
Oh, man.
So it was like Wolf of Wall Street, right? It was like when he's doing his big speech and everything like that. He's like, I'm not fucking leaving. I said, I just sat in a chair, and after about 5 minutes, like it didn't go off. People, the funniest part was like they have like, I wouldn't really call them waiters, but the people who work in the lounge.
Yeah.
They were coming around, and like they'll get you a drink or whatever and clean up plates, and that's about it. And people were like, "Excuse me, sir, can you turn that off?"
Are you fucking
I
serious?
was like, "Man, that's a fire alarm."
Yeah. The dudes in the big yellow jackets turn that off, not the dude that's picking up your plate. Like,
oh yeah, let me just go flip the switch.
yeah.
What? So after a couple of those questions from other people sitting in there, I just put my AirPods in, noise canceling, and I was like, "Oh, these things actually work pretty decent." But it was, that was rough.
Damn.
And I was just like, insult to injury, But I was like, no, I'm not even acting like I have to get up and leave.
Yeah.
It's not happening. No.
Jesus, man. And this is all I don't know if you talked about it, but it's all due to wind. It just was windy here in Texas, and so they were just like.
No, the crazy part, right, is I took off from San Antonio. I landed in Houston.
Yeah.
Somewhere between here and Houston, I fell asleep. Okay. But it was so windy they had to cancel all these flights and do all this stuff. But I didn't wake up until the front tire hit on the plane when we landed.
Wow.
Either that or I'm just very comfortable in heavy turbulence. I'm not really sure.
I could see that.
But
heavy enough turbulence to where it's like, all right, we should just ground the rest of the planes for the day. Like,
well, yeah. So what it is they can take off into the wind, and they can take off or land with a crosswind, but not with a tailwind.
Really?
Yeah, because it pushes the plane, so you can't control your speed.
Oh, okay. Yep. I could see that. Yeah,
and because of the way their runways are set up, they have one set of runways, two that run kind of east-west-ish, if you want to call it that, and the rest are not. They're more north-south. So those east-west ones, like crosswinds, whatever, no problem. It is what it is. But the other ones, they just had to shut them down. So then they just cut. Then they had to regulate the amount of aircraft per hour they could let in or out, which rippled all across the country.
Yes.
Plus there were some storms up in the Northeast and Midwest, and but yeah, I mean, it was just. It was what it was. Yep. So Tuesday we fly, we get to Managua, we land, and we get our vehicles there waiting for us. All of our bags show up, breeze through customs, no issues. On the road up to Esteli. This is the first time I've been back into Nicaragua since all the speed limit changes.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah. And I can now report that only matters when you're close to a police checkpoint. Other than that, nobody cares one bit.
Sounds about right, because people didn't care about the previous speed limit last time we were there.
I think they did. I think they at least attempted.
That's fair.
Right?
They're like, we'll keep it plus minus 10.
Like a little bit.
Yeah.
This, I don't think anybody cares anymore now.
They're just
like, no. Because like we were asking the driver, like, hey, do you know about this? He's like, oh yeah, that happened. And it was like, oh, so you don't care at all.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
They got places to be, and they're trying to get there as quick as possible. unless they're in a big truck, and then they're like, well, I'm getting paid by the hour here.
As quick as possible. Only, I think it's a very select few people that are as quick as possible. Most people just think like it's more right away than it is speed.
That is a
right.
Yeah.
They're
That's
just
accurate.
like, no, I'm just gonna go here. Like
Yeah.
they're right. The main street and the road the factory's on. Some dude got smoked on a motorcycle. Yep. Like
Probably wasn't his right away.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Or,
I'm convinced that it's the speed is all based on how many wheels are on the vehicle. Because the people on the motorcycle, those people are moving. And then in the cars, it's like, they're a little more
yeah,
go
the
with
more
the flow.
wheels, the slower you go.
Exactly, yeah. But then you get into like the big box trucks and shit, and woo, they do not do well with hills. And it was a lot of hills from Managua to Esteli.
Except for that one semi truck that we followed.
That dude had a place to go. Like,
I swear he was a smuggler heading to Costa Rica.
that, yeah.
Because he was bombing 90 miles an hour, not kilometers, miles an hour down these highways, passing people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, trucks don't do that here.
Nope. They don't even like move over a little bit to let you get around. They're just like, no, you're stuck with me, bud.
Yeah, so we make it up to the factory. We get up there before it closes, probably about 4 o'clock, 4:15 in the afternoon. Just enough time. Obviously we smoked 3-4 cigars on the way up there, and we got to have a cigar in the factory, and then headed out. And then, so Wednesday and Thursday, so I had 2 days, essentially 2 days and 45 minutes at the factory. And then Friday morning, we got up early, spent maybe an hour at the factory, got on the road to the airport, no issues coming back at all, which was great. It was really funny. I was talking to the customs person, or the counter in Managua, checking in. Mm-hmm. And he's like, how long were you in the country for? And I was just like, oh, this is a short trip this time. It was only like 4 days. And he's like, 4 days? And I'm like, well, it would have been 5, but Monday happened. And he's like, oh, the weather. And I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
Like, the dude in Nicaragua knows how messed up it was.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
bad.
Well, I'm assuming if that one, or I'm sure they probably had a bunch of delays, and so they were having to go through and doing shit after normal
I think
hours.
half the reason that flight got canceled is because it landed at it was scheduled to land after all the delays.
That's,
At like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I guarantee you the airport in Managua was just like, yeah, we're closed.
Yeah. No. Come tomorrow.
Like, that's it. Like, we're not calling everybody in.
Manana.
See?
Manana.
That's it. Because you need customs, you need, all the security, the x-ray stuff. You need all the secondary counters.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's more than just like, oh, we need somebody at the gate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone that just scans boarding passes. It's a trip. But from all you said, it was a very successful trip.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Super good. Everything that we were trying to get ready for the show is ready. We have a shitload of cigars that left the factory. One of the reasons that we went to the factory Friday before we went to the airport was there was a shipment leaving the factory. And so we were just very, very obviously, trust but verify.
Yes.
So we're verifying all of the packaged cigars that made it onto that shipment because, they could have worked late into the night and maybe, something didn't get done or whatever.
Absolutely.
Thankfully, everything that was supposed to be on that shipment for us was on that shipment. Actually, I'm waiting. It's any minute we should be getting notification that it is
Hell yeah.
ready to be picked up in the state. So that was super cool to, I've been there before when they're getting it ready, but I've never been there when they're like loading it on the truck to take it to the airport.
That's awesome.
And that was super cool to see. Yeah, I mean, it was like, when you watch National Geographic and they put that little camera inside the anthill and you just see everything going, everybody knew what their job was, nobody got in anybody's way. There was no excuse me, pardon me, no anything. It was just super smooth. It was like an orchestra, but of people instead of music. It was awesome to watch the process.
That's so sweet.
I think there were 4 shipments leaving the factory that day, and it was just like a well-oiled machine. I'm like, this is awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of like the processing facility. That's what I recognized at the process. It was like there was like one supervisor for like 50 people, and they were just walking around, but there was no, like, it was a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Everybody knew their job. They did their job, and they did it very well. And it was amazing to watch.
And so I got a little bit of backstory on them. They started with just like a handful of people and grew into that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a massive
So
facility.
the guy that
too.
was with us,
Uh-huh.
I can't think of his name right now. I'll think of it. It's been a Monday. He's been there since the start, 25 years.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's insane to see the progression of things, from the start to where they're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even the factory's thinking expanding. They actually just got a building next door. All the freezers are moved over there. A lot of the box storage and band storage is over there as well.
Hell yeah.
Just because, we get busy and busy, grow.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's amazing. It wasn't this trip that John just got back on, but I have finished the Nicaragua video the trip we went on last year. It's all the same stuff. So that, as you're watching this podcast, it should be out now on the Warfighter main YouTube channel. So go check that out. And it's got all of the behind the scenes that we shot. We hit the fields, the drying barn.
It's like a 13 or 14 minute crash course video.
Yes.
Of cigars.
100%. Yep. There's a little bit of all of us trying to roll our own cigars, and that was a humbling experience to say the least. But
well, it's funny. So like, each individual thing that we talked about in that video, we could do 15 minutes, 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
An hour about just that one individual piece.
Yes.
Right. So we just tried to do a brief overview of all the different things that we did when we were down there. You're watching a 13 or 14 minute video that covers whatever it was. I think 4 days of us going around.
Yeah.
8 to 10 hours a day.
Yep.
We condensed that into 14 minutes.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Honestly, it would have been more, but half the time, like, John would be like explaining something, or Gonzalo, and I would just be like, "Oh fuck, I'm supposed to record this." like I'd get lost in the because like it was me and Dave's first time, Caleb too.
Caleb with us.
Yep. And so it was like a very big learning experience for us, and I had to constantly be like, "Hey, get this on video too, though." So the next time, hopefully, we get to do like you said, like that 15-20 minute deep dive into whatever that thing is that we put out a minute or so on. But because it's so easy to dive into the nitty gritty of everything that goes on in the whole process.
Yeah. And it's a deep rabbit hole.
Yeah.
It is a deep rabbit hole.
But go check it out. Warfighter Tobacco main YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But
my beard was huge.
It was massive. When I was editing that, I wrapped it up the main of the edit last week, and there was the intro frame has John in front of the factory, and he gets real close to the camera, and I'm like, damn, his beard is wide.
Yeah. So I watched it with Mallory, and she's like, damn, it's humid down there. I'm like, why you say that? She's like, your beard is huge. It was just, I was like, I totally understand now when people are like, I have a bad hair day because it's humid out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, was that also when you were waiting to cut it until it
was 100 degrees?
Until it was 100 degrees. Yep. Yeah, it was, you committed to the bit. I respect that.
I did. That was it. Like, I was like, okay, I know. I know the limit of how long I ever want my mustache to be again.
Yes.
Because I was so tired of eating my mustache.
Yep.
The worst that ever happened is I bit into something and a piece of my mustache hair got like stuck in between my teeth. And so it was like, it pulled on my mustache, and I was like, and I stopped, and I was like, but it didn't stop pulling. And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
You thought you swallowed a hair?
No, it was just stuck in my teeth, but it was still attached. So it was like pulling my lip down. I'm like, what the hell?
I'm talking with a little bit of a
It was
lisp.
crazy. So I had to figure out it hurt.
That's hilarious.
Okay, that's it. We're done with this. But yeah, I don't know if I thought about growing my beard out again. And I was like, yeah, maybe I'll do it again this winter. And I was just like, but I'll trim my mustache this time.
Yeah. One last bit of self promo. Dreamer Cigars has their Cigar March Madness event going on right now. Both the Night Shift and the Rosado have moved on from the first round, and unfortunately, they were put up against each other. And I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, it bums me out, but I guess I kind of get it. Like, I guess they're trying to get all the brands in there, but man, it sucks that they got paired up against one another.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. And I'm like, I know there's other brands that have more than one cigar in this.
Yes.
Why aren't they pairing them up with each other?
100%.
But I get it. I'm not mad at it.
And both of them won the first round in
Drastically
dominant fashion. So shout out to everybody that went to the Dreamer Cigars Instagram and was voting in their stories. I don't know how often I'm assuming
I think it's like every other day.
I think that's what it is. Right. Yeah. So
so they did those initial brackets,
yes,
and then they will reposition everything, and I think they give a day pause, and then I think they go back into it again, if I remember right.
I think
last
so.
Year.
Because the stories are 24 hours with the voting polls, so they let those run out, and whatever it is at the end, then that's what it is. Something I also forgot to put out in the promo video is they're doing like a bunch of giveaways. So you guys that are voting can go and win cigars, accessories, merch, the whole
all
nine.
Kinds of stuff they got.
I think
every round they're doing stuff.
I think he said that they have some stuff too that's like not even available to like the public. Yeah. Like it's just through them. So definitely go check that out. Get you some cool shit, and make sure you're voting for the Warfighter sticks. It'd be really fucking cool to go back to back. That would be fucking awesome.
Yep.
Especially we talked a bit last week in the promo video. This isn't like someone at some company made their list and everything. It is like your cigar smoker, the guy that's going out and spending his hard-earned money on a cigar and everything. Like those are the people that are voting. So it's a even more of like a badge of honor to win that one. So we pimp it all the time when we talk about the Night Shift.
It's super awesome. So they use the winner of that is who they used for Cigar of the Year for Dreamer Cigars. So we got Cigar of the Year last year, and that was really cool to watch and to see the cigars we got paired up against and who we
absolutely
we want. Yeah, that was big shout out to everybody that voted last year too.
Yes.
So there was something else that we talked about earlier about you bringing up.
I did, yeah.
And it is there's a company that's doing a portable draw analyzer.
Yes. I wanted to know. You've been in the industry for quite a while, and I wanted to know: is this something that you are actually interested in to check draw on your cigars?
Every single person that is listening or watching this, and every single person that is in the cigar industry in its entirety, came with one of these built in, and it's called your mouth. I understand what they're doing.
Yes,
I do. I get it. But I don't know. I feel like this is, in my opinion, this is not a necessity.
I 100% agree. I think it's like,
oh shit.
Yeah, you just saw the price tag. Yeah. So it's a cool like, oh, I have it. And so like I can be like, oh, what's the draw on? Honestly, I could see it going like maybe different ring gauges, and you could see because it's up to a 70 ring gauge, going in like a 660, and then like a Lancero or Corona, and blah blah blah. But I absolutely agree in the fact that like you're gonna find out when you have to cut it anyway to put it in the tester, so you're gonna then try to smoke it. But I can't.
This is a very expensive fleshlight.
It's got that look to it. So
the device works by placing a cut cigar in the silicone mouthpiece. Wait a minute.
I've seen the commercial for those. But for $700.
$700.
I couldn't.
So like, I think this is kind of cool, right?
100%.
It shows innovation in the industry. It shows people that are, plug cigars they happen sometimes. And it sucks. There's ways to kind of fix it, for lack of better words. So you can to get a perfect draw tool or a poker or something like that.
Yeah.
And, make it work. Roll the cigar. There's a bunch of different techniques. All this is going to do is tell you, maybe tell you that before you try to put it in your mouth and light it.
Yeah.
But you have to cut the cigar in order to put it in here.
Yep.
So it's not like you can walk into a cigar shop and like test the cigar before you buy it, because you have to cut it.
Yep.
Plus, you have to touch the cigar outside of the cello.
Yep.
That's also a big no-no in cigar lounges. So
you're 75% of the way to smoking it just to be able to test it. So
you just smoke it.
Yeah. And then I feel like unless it's like a super plug where it's like you've got a very deep guillotine cut where you should have all the airflow in the world and you've got nothing. But that doesn't really happen all that often. So you can, like, if you're going to get that far, you might as well light it, smoke it, and then try to fix the problem anyway. But
now I could see, like, if this was marketed in a sense of, this is a reliable, reputable tool to use in a factory.
Yes, that's what I thought. I initially saw this and was like, I could maybe see this as like our factory has a big draw machine that they've used forever.
And it's called a draw master machine. And
yes,
they've like every factory has one.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say everyone, but the ones that do all the quality control steps, they have them.
And I saw this and was like, I could maybe see them having this as like a backup if something happens with the big guy and they really, really need something. But even then, it's like they probably have a tech or someone that'll fix it, someone that's at the factory that knows how to fix it or something.
Yeah,
like
it's just a vacuum of the gauge and some tubing.
Exactly.
This is a lot harder to fix.
Yeah.
And it's rechargeable. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely a place for it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying it's a bad product. I've never used it, so I don't know how well it works or anything like that. But for the price point, it probably has good technology in it.
Yeah.
And it's probably pretty accurate. I just don't for the end user smoker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would you put this up there with like the crazy expensive lighters and cutters? Is it almost similar in that aspect where it's not a necessity?
But those
it's
serve
just,
a use. That's a tool. You
Yeah.
can get the same job done with the Craftsman tools, but people still buy Snap-on or Mac.
100%.
Right?
Yep.
That's my opinion when it comes to like lighters and cutters.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're like, oh, this cutter is diamond encrusted and costs $3 million.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's excessive.
Yeah. Now,
but like ST
now we're getting
DuPont, right?
Uh-huh.
They're, you can get some of their stuff for, $500 to $1,000. You can get some of their stuff from, $1,000 to $3,000. You get some of their stuff for 15, 20 grand.
Yep.
Right. You look up some old school ST DuPont lighters that are from like 30, 40, 50 years ago, and they still work.
Yes.
They're still functional, right? That is a quality tool.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't own any.
Yeah.
Too expensive.
But but
they're super nice. If I could afford it, I totally would.
If you were going to spend the money, if you were like, I've got X amount and I'm going to spend an excessive and more on a lighter, that's the one you're going with. Cause you're like, I'm going to spend a lot of money.
And I know which one I'm going to buy too.
Oh yeah.
I already know which ST DuPont lighter, their cutter. I know. I just can't justify spending that much money on it.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to this Calibri soft flame with the barrel. A lot of the ST DuPonts have that barrel spark on the side, and I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Someday. I just don't know when that day will be.
Yeah. Fair.
It needs to be a day where nothing else in my life requires funds for anything. And I can be like, you know what? I can literally, but yeah, I mean, I have enough lighters and cutters.
Yeah. There's no shortage of lighter and cutters.
Everywhere I look. I was looking, Mal was asking me to look for something last night. And I had like this little thing. It's like a little shelf thing with a couple drawers in it. And it's under the sink in my bathroom. So I go and I'm digging through, trying to find whatever she asked me for. And I open one of those little drawers and there's a cutter and 4 lighters in there.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's where that one went.
Some of mine,
They're everywhere.
I have my green tabletop upstairs, and I keep lighters and cutters in there. But like everyone does, you grab your lighter and cutter, go in the backyard, enjoy a cigar. You come inside, and I'm like, I'll take these up later. Then they end up in the drawer in the kitchen. But my wife doesn't really care because she's always looking for a lighter to like light a candle or something.
Right.
So she's like, I know these ones work.
Yep, I'm going to put them right here.
100%. Yep.
That's funny.
But yeah, I've slowly started to get that same way where I've got 2 in my office and 1 in my pocket.
I have a drawer in my office that's just filled with lighters and cutters.
I've my new carry one is actually one that Dave got me. He's not here, but he got, I think it was for Christmas last year.
Yeah, I think it was.
He got us all
Zippos,
but they're all in different camos.
Yeah, they're all Cerakoted and they have our names on them.
Yeah, names on them.
Yep.
And Dave is one of the best gift getters I've ever met in my life.
Ever.
So not only did he get, it's a Zippo casing that has a custom Cerakote done that's engraved with our names, but then it came with the Zippo insert, the soft flame, and then he went out and got the
double jet.
The double jet insert and included that in the gift. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like you really, like you're going to make me feel like a piece of shit because I don't give gifts that well. Like,
not compared to that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was like, but that is my new pocket carry for my lighter now. But
no, the one that Dave got me, it lives on my desk, so I know I'm not going to lose it.
Yep.
The past few weeks, probably a couple months actually, has been it's the Colibri Julius. And it's a soft flame.
It's a great lighter.
I would love to be able to use it, but the way the texture is on it, we can't really brand it.
Yeah.
And they're expensive.
Yeah.
But I've had this thing for years now, and it still works great. I just had to replace the flint at the beginning of this year. First time since I got it. But I'm a big fan of the soft flame lately. It's also because we've been doing a lot of smoking indoors. Outdoors, this thing sucks. But yeah, and then so I'm a big fan of a double jet. Single jets are nice. It just takes a while to get that cigar lit. Double jet works out great. Anything more than that, it's tough. You burn through butane.
Yeah.
Which, in the States, we don't really pay that much attention. But like in Nicaragua, we're very limited on the amount of butane that we have. Because it's hard to get down there.
Yep.
So you bring a triple or a quad flame down there. By the end of the week, you burn through 1 lighter worth of fuel.
100%.
Yeah, I brought a single jet. Oh, just a $10 one in case I got stolen by TSA. I didn't care. And so that worked. I filled it, and it worked the entire trip with multiple people lighting cigars. And, I smoked, I don't even know how many cigars per day.
Down there, they burn faster. I swear
it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
I mean, you wake up and you have coffee and a cigar.
Oh yes.
Right? And then you have breakfast, and then you have a cigar after breakfast, and then that's usually as you're on your way into the factory, and then you get to the factory and you're like, "Ooh, okay, I got to have this cigar because it's new or fresh or whatever." I
just watched it get rolled.
Yeah, and so you have that cigar, right? Yep. And and then you might have one more, and then it's lunch, and then obviously right after lunch you got to have a cigar, and then
you're driving somewhere, and you're like, I'm not driving, so I'm going to enjoy a cigar. Yeah,
and then like, oh, it's mid afternoon, let's go hang out in the Palapa for a minute, and so there's another cigar, and then
you got test blends you got to check on those, like,
and then you go to dinner, and then after dinner you have to have a cigar and some rum,
absolutely,
and then that rum tastes good, so then you have another cigar and another rum.
The math is math in there, but
I had a 2 rum limit.
Oh, did you?
Not because I didn't want to drink more. It's because I was so fucking tired that I could only get 2 rums in before I started, getting the head nod.
Yeah, I
had to go to sleep.
You got there probably on E already, so it wasn't even like you got there.
Essentially, because I left so early to go to the airport on Monday. I was at the airport 5:45 because I didn't know what was going on with security, spring break. I was just like, I'm not fucking this up.
100%.
Like my flight wasn't supposed to take off till like 7:30. We ended up leaving San Antonio till like 10. So I spent like almost 5 hours in San Antonio airport as well.
Oof.
But so I only got like a couple hours of sleep the night before because I'm up at 4 to make sure I get everything packed and loaded in the truck, the whole 9. And then I only got a couple hours of sleep Monday night, and a friend's house in Houston, and then traveled all day. That night, Tuesday night, I think I slept like 9.5 hours.
Hell yeah!
It was like we ate, got that second whiskey or second rum, finished that second cigar, drank that rum, and I was just like, it's 9:15. I'm going to bed. It's so nice. And then I didn't get much sleep the rest of the week. Gonzalo has attack dogs.
Oh yes.
They're beautiful German Shepherds. So he has 3 now.
Oh really?
So he used to have just one, Achilles.
Uh-huh.
Right. And Achilles looks beautiful. You jump up in a thing, kind of look at you and everything like that, and you get any inkling that you want to pet this dog, and it's like, no, I'm just going to rip your face off. And so you can't even touch the dog, right? And so sometimes the dog's out overnight in the yard. So when you go out in the morning to have a cigar, right? You're sitting out there, you're smoking a cigar, take a couple of sips of coffee, and all of a sudden Achilles comes around the corner, and you're like, easy, buddy. Easy.
Just not even making eye contact. Keep my hands to myself.
Yeah. But thankfully this trip, that didn't happen. But so Achilles had puppies, 2 boys and a girl, and the girl ran off. I don't know where she's at, but the 2 boys are still there.
Hell yeah.
And so we were those neighbors one night, and those dogs were barking until like 3:00 in the morning. Probably no, about 2, a little after 2. And then about 2:30 in the morning, one of those cars with all the loudspeakers on that usually like drives around there during the day. Yeah. 2:30 in the morning, full blast,
Jeez.
Going around cranking. And I was just like, oh my God.
Oh.
And, because we're up early going to the factory, we're breakfasting out the door by, I don't know, 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Gonzalo runs a tight ship.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. But yeah, those fucking dogs. Yeah. We were those neighbors.
I had one more question for you.
Yeah.
So St. Louis is recently,
oh yeah.
I don't know if it's passed or they're heavily considering it or something.
I just saw an update.
Yes.
That, let me pull it up. They moved forward with the smoking ban exemption to attract PCA convention and trade shows.
So I know you've done Vegas for PCA.
Yeah, and New Orleans.
Which we'll be going to here in a couple weeks, which is crazy. And now St. Louis. I've never even been to St. Louis. Have there been any other locations for PCA that you've been to?
No. They were doing it, I think, in Florida
as
well, but that was before we got into doing them. So St. Louis would be cool. St. Louis, there's the big arch. There's that.
It's like I know it's that, and it's kind of dangerous there. Those the only 2 things
there's some areas over there you probably don't want to hang out in after dark. Yeah, so the St. Louis Board of Aldermen voted 8-6 with 1 abstaining to pass the bill, which now the bill heads to the mayor's office, who needs to approve the exemption. I guess they debated it last week. Blah 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 blah. The fiercest opposition came from Alderwoman Sharon Tyus, Tyus, Democrat from, I think, the District 12. She said that the citizens should sue over the bill's language, and that the city should stop funding the convention center if it will allow for smoking.
Good Lord. You sound fun at parties.
Yeah, like I guess Sharon is allergic to making money as a city.
Apparently. Good Lord.
But whatever.
That'd be
so 2030 is the first open date for PCA.
Oh, wow.
So
a few years then.
There's some time. I mean, that's sooner than you think.
That's fair. That's fair.
2026 PCA is coming up right now.
Yeah.
So 27, 28, 29.
That's only,
so 3 more years, and then the 4th year could be in St. Louis.
Are they alternating it, right?
So we have this year in New Orleans, and then I think it goes back to Vegas.
For like 1 or 2 years, right?
I don't know exactly. I'll have to look into it. I can't remember.
Gotcha.
There's so much switch back and forth but I mean, anything outside of Vegas, I'm excited for.
Yeah. I'm kind of happy my first one's going to be in New Orleans, because I feel like it's not mixing like my first PCA trade show and my first time in Vegas. Like I feel like I'd just be in a blender, but
yeah. I mean, New Orleans isn't much better. It's just a different scenery. It's a
different flavor, kind of.
Yeah. Like there's a casino there. You just can't smoke in it.
Okay.
Right. And you got all the touristy Bourbon Street, Canal Street type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest difference is almost it's a lot more walkable in New Orleans than it is in Vegas.
Oh, that's
really
nice.
hard to walk. The strip in Vegas is so big, especially if it's at the convention center, which is horrible.
Yeah.
Even that you can't really walk to if you're staying on the strip.
Gotcha.
Yep. But no, we'll see. I mean, that'd be super cool. Essentially, it would now rotate. I think they said every 3 to 5 years it would be in St. Louis. Which how we do the trade show, I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah.
You know, we have our booth is not something that we have to ship in a massive crate like some of these other booths. So
Yeah.
for us, it would be pretty easy. St. Louis, I believe, is drivable from here. Let me look it up real quick. Like New Orleans is drivable, so
Yep.
it saves us a whole bunch of money because we don't have to ship everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Starting point, my location, directions. 14 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's doable.
Yeah.
New Orleans is 8. So
It's easier.
either way, it'll be cheaper to drive and get a hotel room than it would be to fly everybody and ship everything.
100%.
Yeah.
Just logistics wise, it's drastically easier.
So it says in here, per Brad Dean, the president and CEO of Explore St. Louis, which operates the convention center, he's been working on the trade show to get the trade show in the city. He said that it would have a $4.2 million economic impact, including generating $465,000 in tax revenue for the city and bringing 5,000 people to the city. It would also create over 1,200 jobs.
Hell yeah.
And that one lady on the city council said that citizens should sue. Like, Jesus.
Narrow-minded.
Yeah.
Can't
so
look at the big
PCA
picture.
26 is in New Orleans. 27 is in Vegas, March 5th to the 8th. 28 is in Vegas, March 3rd to the 8th. Excuse me, 3rd to the 6th. And then 29 back in New Orleans. So we got 2 years in Vegas and we go back to New Orleans. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yep. That's it's way better when they were trying to figure it out and nobody knew when it was or where it was going to be. Yep. So at least now we can plan on that. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of talk about travel in there. Sorry guys, it was that good. Got to smoke a Cuban from Cuba.
Ah, that's right.
That
Yeah.
I know it was a legit Cuban. So it was a 3-pack, and we smoked 2. One of them was plugged. And these were handpicked from from a shop in Cuba. That's a reputable shop that carries legit cigars.
That's awesome.
It was super cool. Obviously immediately I was like, yep, this smells, tastes, yep.
That's what it's supposed to be. I do have a question for all you listeners. I want to know, in your opinion, when your initial light for your cigar, do you prefer a soft flame or like a jet flame, like a single, double, whatever have you? I know John said that he's really been hooked on the soft flame as of recent. Yep. I like my little Zippo's a double jet, and it gets the job done as long as I don't let it run out of butane. I'm pretty bad about that, but
and it's funny too because I go back and forth on
Yeah.
my on my soft flames, right? Like I'll run this for like 6 months and then be like, okay, I'm tired of the soft flame for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I go back to a jet. But I think for me, I think it has more to do with where I'm going to be smoking.
Yeah.
Like this one pretty much just lives on my desk. Every once in a while I'll bring it home because it's in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But if I know I'm going to be smoking outside or not in this building, I'll more than likely have at least a double jet, a single or double jet with me.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to light a cigar outside.
Yep. I've got we were testing them 2-3 years ago, I think, but they were the ones that were they were both. You could flick it and it was the soft flame, and then you hit the button and it fed the butane out, and so it became a single jet. I've got one of those at the house, and it's so handy because it's if I'm going in the backyard to smoke and it's not a windy day, it's very calm. Then I've got the soft flame, which I like. I like for my initial light, I like a butane, like a jet or a torch. But then for a relight, you guys have
I'm a big
put me
fan
on
of
the soft flames for the relight, which is hands down better in my opinion.
It allows less of that charred relight flavor to kind of go through.
100%. I feel like I always get a way more effective relight too. I'm
true.
much less likely to like accidentally only light half or something like that, and then it burns weird. But I've got one of those at the house, and it's so handy to be like, it's everything I need just right here. Yeah. I do need to get another. I finally brought it in from the house, but I've brought in my my table lighter or my table cutter. It's got the little lever with the 4 options and stuff. I got to get another one for the house now. But
I love that because, and I only use one type of cut on it.
Yep,
that's it.
Yep.
But it's just so nice because I'm like, ooh, cutter. And I'm like, cheek. There it is.
I remember. It was funny. I got those for y'all for like a Christmas one year. And I was so proud of myself because it was like the one cigar accessory that you guys didn't have. And so I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm getting these for the guys. But I got you and Scott the 4-bay ones, and then they were out of stock. So I got Dave a 2-bay. And I was like, that's just, it's not taking up as much desk space for him because I'm the same way. I either use the deep V on it or the guillotine
I don't
cut.
even use the V. I just use they have 2 different guillotine sizes. One's for like a 660 and bigger, and one's a regular. And I just use that regular one. That's literally it.
Yep.
I don't know if I've actually ever used the V on it.
I bet the V is.
It works.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an avid V cut.
No, probably half the cigars I smoked this week, I just pinched my fingers and lit with a Bic lighter. There's just something about doing it that way.
Whatever gets it done, man.
Yeah.
Whatever gets it done.
Yeah, next week we'll have more information for you guys. We should have cigars landing, so we'll have a lot of fun stuff to talk about in regards to that. And Dave will be back after his trip of watching people get yeeted out of airplanes.
Yep. And he took his new camera, so hopefully he's got some dope pictures for us. Very excited to see that.
He does. He fucked his shoulder up a while ago, so I don't think he's going to jump because it's been bothering him a lot lately, actually. And it's better not to continue fucking up injuries than it is to just
absolutely
grenade your shoulder. So I don't know if he's going to jump or not. We'll find out when he gets back.
Might get a wild hair.
I think we talked to him earlier. He said they have like almost 200 jumpers.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's shoot, I think that's bigger than my airborne school company.
And if you guys want to see any of the stuff that Dave's been doing or with the organization, because he is a member of a nonprofit down there called Round Canopy Parachute Team. They're based out of Palaca, Florida. And those guys are salt of the earth human beings. Give shirt off your back type of people.
100%.
They're awesome. They have a great mission, and they're just getting guys back, in the breeze.
Mm-hmm.
So check those guys out if you get some time. Ron Canopy Parachute Team. If you have a business and you want to sponsor something, you're looking to get some, eyes on in a target demographic. If it's along the lines of what we're doing, looking at, veterans, Purple Heart recipients, that kind of stuff, and people in the support of that. Warfighter Scuba is hosting a fundraiser. They're doing a lionfish derby in Florida, and they're looking for some raffle items or sponsors if anybody wants to do any of that. Warfighterscuba.org. That will give you all the information for that. Or if you jump on Warfighter Scuba's Facebook or Instagram, you can find all the information that they're looking for there as well. Every single dollar in that organization goes back into the veterans and supporting the mission. There's no money that's taken out of that in any way, shape, or form that goes for salary or any expenses along those lines. It is 100% to support the mission. And I am proud to say that I am a part of that organization, and that is how their financials read.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's rare in today's day and age when you see a nonprofit that is like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They're doing awesome stuff. They I think it's super cool that Warfighter Scuba, it's not only the Purple Heart recipient, but it's also the spouse.
Yes.
Because they know that it's like the whole home has to be healed and in a good spot to be successful. But
it's like, let me give you guys an activity that brings you closer.
Absolutely.
That forces you to pay attention to each other.
Yes.
And to respect each other and to look out for the best interests of the other person.
Absolutely.
In every capacity.
100%.
Plus, you're going to learn a new skill. You're going to do something that's super cool. And you're now exploring underwater, whether it's in a lake or the ocean or, whatever. It can be done all around the world.
Absolutely.
It can be done in any state in the United States, almost any country across the world. So it's super cool to be able to give, Purple Heart recipient and their, significant other or family an activity to do together.
100%.
That's also a form of therapy for that veteran.
Yes.
That's the coolest part about all of it.
They're doing some awesome work. We actually we have I want to say it's in the 30s episode. No, maybe in the 20s. But
Nick on. Yeah.
Nick came on the podcast, and the guys got to interview him. So go check that out.
Yeah, he's coming out here again later in this year, and I'm going to have him back on because there's so much more stuff to talk about with the organization now than there was then, whatever that was, a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
So much has changed. Like then he came on because it was super cool. Now I'm an instructor for him. That's just the start.
Oh, yeah. John's been active. Yeah?
Last year.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I got 2 trips this year. I think July and in November. I think are the 2 trips that I have.
Very awesome.
But that we have a lot more instructors now too. I think we have 6 different instructors.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So it's not just a couple of us trying to get it all done.
Mm-hmm. Well, that being said, go to warfightertobacco.com. Check out all your smoky treat needs there. Check out the aged cigars. They are both at the bottom of the cigar page and then also on the sale tab. Everything is there. Vote in the Cigar March Madness, Dreamers Cigars Instagram page.
And check out our Nicaragua trip.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a good time.
It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. It's really fun. The opening scene just sets the whole mood for the trip.
100%.
Awesome. Well, we'll talk to you guys next week. And if you have any questions or anything that you want us to answer or cover, let us know, whether it's in the comments. Shoot us an email, info@warfightertobacco.com, any of our social media platforms, smoke signals, however you can get a hold of us. And we will cover and answer it, no matter how smart or stupid it is.
Guaranteed.
Yep. Cool. See you guys later.